I'm going to open up my Lightning Collection 2-pack, Scorpina and the Yellow Ranger, Aisha. Not too many action figures and merchandise of Scorpina, so I kind of jumped on this to include her in my collection. So let's get it opened up and I'll talk about why I want to add this to my collection. I don't normally get Lightning Collection. A full look at her face on that one. Same for the Yellow Ranger on this side. But let's just get it out. In the box, the face didn't look so amazing, but it actually does look pretty good out of the box close up, just compared to more the original Japanese footage is what I'm kind of looking for. They did do another actress to kind of do some extra things with Scorpina in later seasons of the show after the Japanese show footage had run out. But I'm kind of aiming my Power Ranger collection more toward that original Super Sentai footage a lot more than things they just filmed for Power Rangers in the US. Very dainty arms. Looks like this gold wrist piece here is actually removable. Of course, they do have alternate hands. She's got an open hand here for holding her weapon we'll get to. You can put in a fist if you want, but then she won't be able to hold her weapon. But this does slide off as its own little piece, the bracelet. The other hand, it's an open hand, or she does come with an alternate for that side with all the gold armor with a closed hand, which is handy for holding accessories, but I do like this kind of pose for her, the open hand. Got her kind of bicep strap there. Actually a lot of torso pieces allowing her to move way back, which is pretty cool. Textured black in the back with her design. Hair coming down. The front design with the straps is all there, really nice, and it doesn't really get too covered just from the articulation. One of those that looks good no matter which way you do it. It doesn't mess up the design or anything. The silver bits actually do have kind of a, not quite a black wash look, but there is more detail there than just silver. There is some black. It's just that these gold bits with the armor, helmet, things like that just kind of lack a texture that the real TV show footage would have had. The shoulder bit here. I think one weird thing with the arm is that this is a separate piece as well, like the wrist bit. So it can get kind of moved up too far and she has an extra bit of skin exposed, and that wasn't really part of her costume. It really should just be all yellow there, but if you can kind of get it pushed down, then it looks like the costume originally with just the gold armor and the kind of yellow sleeve like she has in the pants and stuff below also. But again, I'm mostly getting this because there just wasn't really Scorpina figures made. Certainly not in the 90s, which is more what I collect is the original merchandise and things. That same blue from the wristband on the boots, the armor. There's a little bit of the armor bit on the leg because she kind of had this weird kind of half thing going on with the armor. You know, this side more armor bits. Again, it's just the gold bits aren't quite as colored right for the footage of the show. But again, these are just retail figures. They're not going to be that detailed of textures and colors and things for that, but pretty cool. I like the weapon. It has that same kind of, there is some bit of texture to it. But I think the real one was probably a lighter silver. The one time they probably could have had some of the lighter color would have been here. It does come with like an effect bit, you know, you kind of surround her weapon and this energy bit. Although I don't know why purple. I'm not sure if that was a particular effect from the show, really. I guess the yellow and purple does clash and it looks nice. You know, get my MBX Films kind of colors here, purple and red. But I think it is more meant to clash with the yellow to stand out. So interesting bonus, but usually not a lot of effects there other than the sparks on the TV show. Either side is, she can hold it. She would use it as a sword or she would throw it like a kind of a boomerang. It is nice to have that effect for her, and she doesn't scale with anything that I'm really going to have because I don't collect the Lightning Collection really. But she's going to look nice with all my other kind of Power Ranger and Zyuranger collectibles and things, just amongst everybody else. Like, I did get the pumpkin wrapper figure just because I had no figure of that character or anything. They never made an old monster figure of him. Just gonna put him in amongst my things here. So Scorpina was the main reason I purchased this, just because I really liked that character in the show, kind of sparingly used on the show. Big part of the Green Ranger story on both Zyuranger and just Power Rangers as well. So pretty awesome. If there was a figure of her monster form, I could probably skip it because I just like her like this. She cute. Hee hee hee. But I'll kill you too. And I wish this was just a single pack. Would have been easier for me, but it does come with a Yellow Ranger Probably just to release a different head for Aisha, which is nice, just a different hairstyle and everything like that, with the ponytail up. The earrings look good. It is a decent likeness. I mean, some of them have been questionable. That's why I just kind of wasn't real excited about the line. But really nice saber-toothed tiger daggers. Not fully detailed, I don't think, but still there. Then the power blaster kind of thing in the sword form and the gun form, which I'm sure these just all came with the original releases and things, but just showing them off because it does come with the set. If you want to maybe kind of skip around, save, you know, get the 2-pack, so you get a Yellow Ranger here. If you're especially going to mostly use it with the helmet on, so you don't have to worry about which unhelmeted head it comes with, depending on which season you want to represent. There's these effects with the Yellow Ranger, but they don't have anything that are going to connect to a weapon or anything, like Scorpina's kind of wraps around her weapon. I guess these are just ground accent effects. The Yellow Ranger's alternate hands are more of a more blaster gun holding hand for the right hand, and then just a kind of a chop hand for the left. The hands she comes with just kind of good for holding the daggers or even just the sword style blaster configuration. But again, it's got kind of the female body, so not great for my little more Zyuranger Super Sentai styling collection that I'm kind of going for more now than specifically Power Rangers. So the Yellow Ranger is just kind of an afterthought here for me. I do like these little versions of the blasters and stuff, kind of cool. But the main get here is the new character for Scorpina or Lami for the Super Sentai crowd. Pretty cool that the line is kind of doubling like in that way, that since it has that footage and these characters, kind of be cool if you were a fan of just that show and, you know, just now this character getting a really good action figure like this. Pretty awesome. She had a spin fighter, but it was in her monster form. There was no spin fighter of her human appearance like this. So Scorpina and Lami were very important in like the Green Ranger kind of episodes, introducing him to the show, depending on which show you're watching. Instead of introducing a disposable monster, she was just kind of a new added henchman along with Goldar. Not really a defeatable enemy, just a reoccurring enemy. So she was always awesome to see. She was one that really gave the Rangers a hard time no matter what. She had a dang cool look. I just wanted to have a figure amongst my collection and everything, and I open up all my other collectibles here, Power Rangers and many other types. So if you liked seeing Scorpina here close up opened and this 2-pack in general, give me a like if you could. Love to hear your thoughts on it as well in the comments. That way I can see you in the next video.